The Magnolia Bowl, often overlooked in the pantheon of great rivalries, but this has always been fierce, and both of these teams know if they survive and advance from here, a host of opportunities lie ahead. Welcome to Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Ole Miss offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Last season, the Rebels missed opportunity after opportunity to deliver the knockout blow, a game that they never trailed until the final play when Garrett Nussmeier threw an overtime touchdown pass and set Tiger Stadium into pandemonium.
And one of the things I remember most about that game, David, was just how LSU got after Jackson Dart. Their defense in the pass rush was enormous in that game. They had 6 sacks. That's going to be a big factor for them again in this one, David, trying to disrupt the quarterback's rhythm.
And you know what every hotty-toddy fan remembers? That this game kept them out of the playoffs. So there's even more passion for this rivalry because they cost them something a year ago. Time to get some payback today.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The most mind-boggling stat from last season is that Ole Miss trailed for a grand total of 2 minutes all year long and somehow lost 3 games and missed the playoff.
Yeah, it was incredible, but it was a great year. You saw the line of scrimmages for Ole Miss really take over. Offense and defensive lines, that was the strength of their team. It allowed them to thrive, to win more.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off the play fake. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
And the Rebels line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Tigers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. We have got a tremendous matchup between these 2 running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, that's one that good coverage.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Offense gets set for second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, it was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
On third down, he drops to throw. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
The Rebels decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure, but man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pulls it in, it's Durham. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Tosses it incomplete. A big third down coming, and Hotty Toddy got to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. They'll try the run. Hard running there. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Rebels can really attack on this second and short. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Looking to throw on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He gets it away from his own end zone. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. You can't give up a sack.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab down the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
This is a tough one. A third and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
The Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. Taylor has it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. He's got an open man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the left...
It's a fumble! Defense grabs the football, and there he goes!
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around, he's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Here comes the offense on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Sharp. He stopped at the 32. Picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, like it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved.
And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but charges. Clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana...
There he goes! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the run. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown LSU.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. On the run, it's Diggs. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Guys, LSU has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Diggs. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handles. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Here's a hit. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls off.
And the Rebels send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Nice move there. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Here's the pressure. Got it. Quick step and go. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a crease to the left. He has the first and still on his feet. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. He'll pull it on the read. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to pass, it's Simmons. Bringing the heat. Catch in the middle, it's dribbling. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The tight end gets the handoff on 3rd and short. You don't see that every day. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's dribbling. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Third down coming up.
The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Scanning the field, it's Simmons. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
Now the play fake. Working deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're scaring it 3rd.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. They'll run play action. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Gets it out quickly. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try again. pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Snagged in the middle. It's Sharp. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. Got the first down. Looking for more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Right back to the well. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Looking for room. It's Durham. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. When Brian Kelly arrived here in 2022, LSU had suffered a very quick fall from the grace of that national championship season, but he is a proven program builder.
And then this program dipping into the transfer portal, you saw so many pieces there in place a year ago, and they could score some points, but, you know, making this a complete team, Palmer. I think Nussmeier and the offense has a chance to really thrive. Can the defense stay with him? Because that will...
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The play action fake. He's got it on the move. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were, and the back knew exactly what he had to get 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
Number 32, set to kick this one away.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner will be brought down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Now on first down from the 28. It'll be a draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Simmons. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it and they reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. That's reeled in. It's Anderson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still over the ground. Cover to pick up the first. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead. They'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And that's why that guy plays DB and not wide receiver. DBs generally don't have as good of hands as wide receivers. That ball should have been picked off on 3rd down. Come on, man. That could have been a pick 6.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Gonna run it. It's Diggs. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Quickly out to the tight end. Timeout called by inside the defense, it's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Got it in the middle, it's Lee. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Offense working from the pistol. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quickly to the tight end. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Caught behind the line. It's Durham. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, we could be shaping up for one memorable finish in this Magnolia Bowl. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? Time to get back to the 2nd half of a flowery but fierce rivalry, the conclusion of the Magnolia Bowl.
The Rebels will kick it away to start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sharp.
I tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field, the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big big pickup on first down. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Durham. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And we talked about this at half, man. They've got to start to pressure the quarterback more. This offense had a lot of success. You've got to make this guy feel uncomfortable. And the first drive, out of the half, they do exactly that.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field.
To kick it away.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Simmons. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Trying to set up the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
On the play.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Kick is in the air. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. With the catch, it's Anderson. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Off the play fake on first down. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
They're dealing with a second and long. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver going in motion. Unloads quickly, and he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
They'll run it on first and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry, and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate, and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football here.
Motion from the wideout. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. They'll send the back in motion. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be fourth down.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
30, Ole Miss, 0.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, you'll take that completion.
The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Takes a handoff. It's Diggs. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
To throw, it's Simmons. Here comes the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Rebels will call on their punt team. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A quick pass to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This is no surprise to defenses in here. Everybody throws wide receiver screens. You can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. Across the 45. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. He makes the grab. There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Lee. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Going right to work up top. Pressure coming. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Rushes on him. Keeps it going. Fires on the run. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
The Rebels will line up to punt it away. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Fires to the tight end, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Man, you gotta love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He's got the back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Motion from the wide receiver. Grab behind the line. It's Anderson. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
He's out of bounds at the 39. Brings up second down.
They'll line up for a second down play. Using his legs, it's Durham. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. To the air on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen.
Really good job on the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. But now, time for the 4th quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Off play action. Wide open downfield. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 had...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him. And they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field.
Formation to kick it away.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Fires to the big fella. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Hand off from the shotgun. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
To the air on 2nd down. He's going to run it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he got loose. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Now, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. That's caught. It's Anderson. Smashes through the tackle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, LSU!
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lacey. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Caught in the backfield, it's Diggs. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Leaves it with the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the right. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
At this point, it's a lot about pride for this offense. They're just trying to find a way to get on the board. They have been shut out. That last incompletion, I mean, they're now trying to take shots and see if they can just come up with something. I don't even know if they believe they can get it done. It just feels obligatory, guys, at this point. Let's just throw it up and see if something good can happen.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
The Rebels will punt this one away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And here comes the offense on second down. The give to the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Caught over the middle, it's Anderson. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. This guy's having a game that feels like half a season for some. He's over 450 yards.
And he is so dialed in with his offensive coordinator and play caller with what they want to do and how they want to attack this defense. It seems like every single snap, he's read the coverage. He knows exactly where to go with the ball.
Got a little space. And without that spin move, I'm not sure he would have gone very far at all, but a solid pickup on the play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Catch in the middle. It's Brown. Touchdown, LSU! A great catch and run for 6.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. A very disappointing, and the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield. It's Lee. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw at Simmons. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Punt is on its way. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Back to pass, it's Simmons. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. It's a draw. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking downfield on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Finally, now the fans can get a little bit excited. This offense hasn't done anything. 0 points in the game, but finally completes the big pass down the field, makes the big game.
And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Diggs. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. Under fire. He'll throw it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Take this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll go to the ground. Got the first down and more. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
The Magnolia Bowl goes to LSU as the Tigers take care of Ole Miss. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.